was a friend, not a foe. The fears I have learned way back then, I didn't know. Not one deed meant unkind, and not one thought uncouth. In the beautiful days, the sweet candy days, the beautiful days of my youth. Run, child, run. See the sun and laugh, child, laugh. Sing.
Beautiful music. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. The City Council's Honorary Certificate Program honors and acknowledges those individuals and groups who have made an impact in our local, national, and international communities. Mr. Clerk, our first recipient.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and council members. Our first honorary certificate presentation congratulates Ms. Joy Kimura, the 2023 Hawaii Mother of the Year. This presentation is made by Councilmember Cordero and yourself, Council Chair Waters.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Council Chambers. And as you heard, we like to recognize members of our community internationally, nationally, and locally. And we are so lucky to have someone who is nationally recognized here before us. So first off, the American Mothers Incorporation, a national nonprofit committed to valuing mothers through service and education, has selected a Mother of the Year in every state, district, and territory in the country since 1935. This year, the 2023 Mother of the Year Award recipients are women from diverse backgrounds and experiences across the nation who are recognized for their work, resilience, and commitment to family and community, all along, of course, with being a mother. It is both mine and Chair Waters' honor to present you all here in the chambers and to those watching live on TV and streaming online, Hawaii's Mother of the Year for 2023, Joy Kimura. And now I'd like to yield the floor to Chair Waters for more.
Thank you. Born and raised in Hawaii, Joy attended the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and upon graduating, worked for U.S. Congressman Neil Abercrombie in Washington, D.C. She spent 10 years in Asia, where she owned her own business in Japan, and subsequently attended National Taiwan University. Joy eventually returned to Hawaii and currently works as the Government Affairs and Compliance Director for the Hawaii Laborers and Employers Cooperation and Education Trust Fund, LESIT. Joy makes it a priority to give back to the community. She is currently the president of Seroptimist International of Honolulu, an international nonprofit that works to improve the lives of women and girls through economic empowerment and higher education. And she volunteers with the YWCA's Fernhurst Residence, the Institute for Human Services, and Habitat for Humanity during her spare time. While Joy has an impressive career and noble history of altruism, perhaps her most important and fulfilling role is that of mother. Motherhood is everything to her, and it encompasses all that she does and every choice that she makes when it comes to her children and what is best for her family. And now I'd like to yield the floor back to you, Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you, Chair. Before I move forward, since we're talking about our Mother of the Year, I would like to invite, I know this is very out of the ordinary, but can we have Jonathan and Jennifer, Joy's children, join her as we continue the next part? So, the journey of motherhood has not always been an easy one, but it has been full of love and, of course, so much joy. Joy became a single mother when her two children, who are now 19, Jennifer's 19 and Jonathan is 15, were both just 9 and 5, respectively. At that time, she was working 3 jobs around the clock to support her family. Joy has sacrificed a lot of her own personal goals to make sure that her children always remained her priority. But what she has gained in the process has far exceeded the sacrifices that she made. She proudly shares that being a mother has made her a better person, motivated her to overcome adversities, to improve herself and create a better life for her children, and taught her the beauty and power of unconditional love. Truly, just reading about her and hearing about her life and how much strength she has gained throughout her life, it feels like she's lived about 4 to 5 K-dramas in her life, seriously. With a firm belief that there's nothing more than the power of a mother's love, Joy is most proud of her 2 children. Jennifer is a 2021 class valedictorian and currently a student at the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, where she joined the wrestling team and is undefeated in her weight division. Jonathan is a Kaiser High School freshman who is on the judo and air rifle teams and has made the principal's list every quarter. There is no doubt that witnessing the accomplishments of both Jennifer and Jonathan as they have grown up makes all of Joy's hard work and sacrifices throughout the years worthwhile. Their success is a direct reflection of her positive influence on their lives and highlights why she is our Hawaii State Mother of the Year. Today, we are fortunate not just to have her children with us, but also her father, Alva Nakamura, with us. We also have Joy's close friend and former council member Ann Kobayashi, as well as members of Joy's Hanai families. We have Karen Shishido, Masa Hirayama, Wendy Lowe, and Joe Bautista, who is the Executive Director for Habitat for Humanity on Leeward, Oahu. With that, therefore, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council hereby honors and congratulates Joy Kimura on being selected as the 2023 Hawaii Mother of the Year. Furthermore, we extend our warmest aloha and best wishes to you, to Jennifer, Jonathan, Dad, Alva, and your whole ohana for continued health, happiness, and success, and your never-ending, unconditional love for one another. Thank you, everyone, and let's congratulate Joy Kimura, our Mother of the Year.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation recognizes Gino Ross for winning the national title of Mrs. America United States 2023. This presentation is made by Council Members Talba and Wire.
Good morning, everybody. All right, please welcome Gino Ross of Waipahu. She was crowned 2023. Go ahead, clap your hands. Miss America United States on August 12th in North Carolina. The America's United States pageant is one that emphasizes poise, style, and volunteerism. Competing against 90 contestants over a 3-day period, Gina brought home several awards, including Miss Congeniality and Miss Photogenic. And I will tag to Councilmember Wire.
Mahalo. Gina wowed the judges with her formal and red dress entitled the Lava Gown. Created by local designer Kini Zamora, the gown was inspired by the 2023 eruptions on Mauna Loa and was featured on the show Project Runway in the spring 2023 collection. During the pageant's competition segment entitled Represent Your State, she secured first place while dressed in that formal gown. She also holds the pageant titles of Mrs. Paradise of the Pacific International 2020 and Mrs. Aloha State International 2020. Turn it back over to Councilmember Tolba.
Thank you. Gina is an entrepreneur who owns and operates Fit for a Goddess. I might end up joining. Dance studio. She has worked in the health and fitness industry for 16 years. She and her husband, Kaylee Ross, also owns and operates Malama Aina Chem Dry. She was awarded an Entrepreneur of the Year award by women's networking group Rush Wahine in January 2017.
The Council of the City and County of Honolulu takes great pride in honoring and recognizing Gina and wishes her great success in all your future endeavors. Mahalo.
Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Mr. Chair and members, the third honoree on our program could not be with us today. Our next honorary certificate presentation recognizes Brianne Lokiao for her numerous accomplishments in the sport of boxing. This presentation is made by Councilmember Okimoto.
Mahalo, mahalo, Chair. Good morning, everyone, and aloha. Today, I am very excited to present District 8's next recipient, Brianne Lokiao, in recognition of her accomplishments in boxing. You would never guess, right, looking at her. She's so tiny. But here's some history as to how we got Brianne here today. The United States acknowledged amateur boxing as an organized sport in 1888, with the first Olympic team making their appearance in 1904. It wasn't until 1993 when women were granted the right to participate in amateur boxing, with many international organizations following suit a year later. Brianne was born and raised on Oahu and is a proud Mililani High School graduate. And her family has lived in Mililani in my house district, so thank you for being here as well. After 3 torn ACL surgeries during her soccer career, Brianne picked up the sport of boxing as a way to rehab those injuries. And boy, did she pick up the sport. In 2017, just her 3rd year in the sport of boxing, Brianne Lokiao joined the ranks of Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and the late Muhammad Ali as a crowned National Golden Gloves champion. For anyone who isn't aware, the National Golden Gloves is the most highly regarded amateur boxing tournament in the United States and has held that distinction since 1962. Brianne became the first female from Hawaii to be a National Golden Gloves champion in history. In the process of going 3-1, she is now included in the conversation with other elite Hawaii-raised boxers that have their names etched into Golden Gloves immortality. Julio Rodriguez in 1976, Tuese Akiong in 1998, and Brian Valoria in 1999. Brianne continued her Did I miss saying this? Is Brianna? Have I been saying your name right? I'm so sorry. Brianna continued her dedication and domination, winning the Golden Gloves 2 times after that in 2018 and 2019, making her a 3-time national Golden Glove champion. These performances helped to earn a spot on on Team USA, where she competed internationally at the Women's World Championships in Russia in 2019 and climbed to be ranked number 16 in the world. The COVID pandemic shut down the boxing temporarily, allowing Brianna to explore a second career as a Honolulu police officer. She continues to protect and serve the community as a patrol officer in Kalihi and has since returned to the sport after a 3-year hiatus. Brianna is a 13-time multinational champion and currently ranked number 1 in the United States in the elite female 106-pound weight class. Her current lifetime record is 25 wins with just 4 losses, and Brianna is grateful for her successes in the sport as she fights for God, her family, and she's joined again today by her parents, Jean and Siri, and her beloved other half, Kamale, who is up there with her right now. Brianna, on behalf of the Honolulu City Council and all of our fellow residents in District 8, I would like to congratulate and honor you for your accomplishments in the sport of boxing. And your success is an important part of a larger effort to strengthen Hawaii and Hawaiian pride in boxing, and I commend you, Brianna, for representing Hawaii nationally and internationally with outstanding skill and dedication, as well as thank you for your service in our Honolulu Police Department and the sacrifices you make on a daily basis in order to keep our community safe. Mahalo nui loa, Brianna.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation congratulates Cathedral Basilica Our Lady of Peace on the occasion of its 180th anniversary. This presentation is made by Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Thank you, Chair and Council. It's my honor today to recognize and congratulate the 180th anniversary of the Cathedral Basilica Our Lady of Peace. Joining us for this celebration are the Most Reverend Larry Silva, Bishop of the Diocese of Honolulu, Monsignor Gary Secor, Vicar General of the Diocese of Honolulu and former pastor of the cathedral, Keikoa McClellan, consultant for the Roman Catholic Church in the state of Hawaii, Scott Ruppel, construction consultant for the Cathedral Renewal Project, and Katie DeLasto, funding consultant for the Cathedral Renewal Project. The first Catholic missionaries arrived in Hawaii on July 7th, 1827. Upon arrival, the missionaries were quick to integrate themselves with the island's community. Among the group was Father Alexis Bachelat. After learning the language, Father Bachelat and the other Catholic priests handed out Bibles written in Hawaiian and held sacraments and baptism ceremonies. 1 year later, the Cathedral of Our Lady of Peace was built in the heart of what is now downtown Honolulu. It was formally dedicated on August 15th, 1843. The anniversary, however, is observed on August 16th due to the solemnity of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary into heaven being celebrated on August 15th. Today, the Cathedral Basilica continues to be a place of pilgrimage in Honolulu's lively downtown for the island's Catholics. Though the cathedral surroundings have changed from jungles of wood and dirt to concrete and steel, many of the cathedral's set pieces remain and are still in use. The cathedral's bell tower, which was constructed in 1917, is the oldest of its kind in Hawaii, and each strike to the tower's bell produces a lofty ring that roams throughout downtown's busy streets. The organ, which was dedicated in 1934, is also the oldest organ on the island that's still in use, and its rich, warm breaths fill the church, giving an almost nostalgic feel for those visiting the cathedral. Besides being a display of historical architecture, the cathedral is also the resting grounds of the remains of St. Marianne Cope and a relic of St. Damien de Veuster. Within the cathedral is a shrine where churchgoers can pay their respects to these two figures who gave their lives to serve the Hawaiian community in God's name. The Cathedral Basilica of Our Lady of Peace continually seeks to provide the best for Hawaii's Catholics while upholding the historical and cultural beauty of the church that has stood for so many generations. So therefore, be it resolved that the Honolulu City Council, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, recognizes and congratulates Cathedral Basilica Our Lady of Peace on its 180th anniversary and extends its best wishes for continued success in all of their endeavors.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient. Hi.
Our final presentation honors Jamie Nicole Anderson Tiao for being crowned 2023 Mrs. Hawaii America. This presentation is made by Council members Dos Santos Tam and Kia Aina.
Thank you, Chair. And by the way, we also have with us radio personality Emmy Ortega Anderson, who is Jamie's very proud mother. On June 30th, 2023, Mrs. Jamie Nicole Anderson Tiao was crowned the 2023 Mrs. Hawaii America at the Neil S. Blaisdell Center, following in her auntie, Miss Bella Ortega Tomas's footsteps, who is the first Filipina to be crowned Mrs. Hawaii America. Jamie is the second to be crowned with Filipino ancestry. She also added to her pageant wins this year as first runner-up in the 2023 Mrs. Philippines World Pageant. As a young woman, Mrs. Tiao spent time in the recording studio as her mother produced her her radio show on KPRP and was inspired to start her own band at 32 called Unofficially Summer. She currently works with her husband Joshua at their business, which is Kolea Landing and Kahili Coast Property, where they design and build beautiful homes for families in Hawaii. Mrs. Tiao's passion is empowering people with their mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. One of the most valuable lessons she's learned is to choose the people you work with wisely and to trust your inner voice or gut feeling.
Jamie's family means the world to her. Her husband, Joshua, and herself are proud parents to their 14-year-old son, Nolan, and she is so grateful for her loving and supportive mother, who has been her biggest cheerleader in everything that she does. A Kailua resident, she enjoys surfing, hula, piano, and singing. She gives back through community service work, including projects with Children's Theater Oahu, Kokua Foundation, Grateful Heart Foundation, and 808 Cleanup. Jamie believes that winning starts with a mindset and belief, love, and respect for oneself. She has said that when you love and believe in yourself, magic is possible.
And isn't that a great message? And I think with that, we'll present the certificate on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu to recognize and congratulate Mrs. Jamie Nicole Anderson Tiao on being crowned the winner of the 2023 Mrs. Hawaii America, and we extend our best wishes for future success in all that you do. So thank you.
Scotty, what was that last song? This concludes our honorary certificate program. I'd like to thank Scotty Furushima and Kaipoa Singh for that beautiful Hawaiian and Filipino music. Mahalo. Thank you. Members, we're recessed till 10 o'clock.